Okay, so welcome back to the discussion of design and analysis of e-beam. Now, for this video, we're going to discuss about how do we design e-beams. Okay, obviously, so from moment, no, so what will be the required number of bars? And that's how we design, no? So for this example, so we have to design beam AB for positive moment. Again, for positive bending moment, we have to account the effect of the flange because for negative moment kasi, 'di ba, yung tension nasa top part, no? So, yung tension, for negative, no, yung tension nasa top portion. So, therefore, this area will be neglected. So, no need to design it as a TB. Now, for positive section, nasa mid-span yung class, take note, for positive moment, nasa mid-span yun. So, for positive moment, okay, ang bakal ng class ay nasa baba dahil nandun ang tension at ang compression naman ay nasa taas. So you have to account the bigger area for compression. Okay, so we have to complete that later, no? Yung base flange. Okay. For now, let's analyze kung ano ba yung mga necessary na kailangan nito. The parts, no, of this beam. The column dimension is given 400 millimeter by 400 millimeter. The beam dimension is also given 300 by 650 millimeter. So the slab thickness is 100 millimeter and F2 prime, F1, and the main bar and the stirrup. Okay. So the distance here are center to center of the columns and the beams are aligned doon sa center line of the columns also. Okay, so let's solve, no? So we are going to design 1,300 kilonewton meter of movement. Okay, so first is we have to solve the base flange. To solve the base flange, the dimension of magiging beam natin dito. So let's start this. Analyzing positive bending. Okay, so of course, nasa baba yung bakal niya. Okay, and then the compression nasa taas na part. Now the thickness of the slab is given 100 millimeters. Okay, so that is the thickness of the slab. The base beam web width is 300. Okay, and the effective depth is actually the dimension of the beam is 650, not yet the effective depth. Now to get the effective depth, given the stirrups diameter and the main bar, so far hindi given yung concrete cover. If the concrete cover is not given, use 40 millimeters. So that's why, to compute the effective depth, we have 650 minus concrete cover, minus stirrup, minus diameter of the bar is 50. Okay, so we have 549. So we have the effective depth. Next, the base plan. How do we calculate it? So we need the thing. This is the center. Um, we have a interior beam. So this will be our equations. So to get the base flange at each side of the web. Okay, each side, hindi lang siya one side. May dalawang side tayo dito. We have the 16H, kasi 8H plus 8H. SW, and SW, is yung kabilang side yan. We have the ln over 4, kasi from ln over 8 plus ln over 8. So, ito yung ginamit natin plus na provision. This one. Okay, for each side of the web. Okay, going back. So, now let's calculate the important values such as the SW. And of course, we have the thickness of the slab. Okay. So, we have BW plus 16 times the thickness of the slab. That's 1,900. How about SW? SW plus SW is the clear spacing of the beam. So since we are designing this, we have to get this done. which is 2.3 meters, center line to center line ang beam spread. Now we have to reduce half of the dimension of the beam dito, and then half of the dimension of the beam dyan. So from 2.3 minus 150 minus 150, that is 2,000. Dito rin pala, since parehas naman ito ng center to center spacing of the beam. So 2,000 meron dito. Okay, millimeter. So you now have the value of the SW, 2,000. That is 2,000 over 2. So that is the total length of the base flange. 1,300. Next, LN. Take note plus LN is the clear span of the beam, not center line to center line. Baka 4,000 ang gamitin. Hindi po. Dapat take clear span lang from face of the column to the other face of the column. That should be the clear span. Yung ang given sa atin is the center line to center line of the column. You have to reduce the dimension of the column. Half the dimension of the column. Okay? So if we have 400 by 400 millimeter dimension of column, so tag 200, 4,000 divided by 200 dito, 200 saan. Ilan na lang ito. Okay. Or overall for 400, 4,000 minus 400, that is 3. So we can now compute this. 300 plus 350 over 4. So, 1,002. So, parentheses to select at least of, meaning the minimum value or the lowest value among the three. So, you have to select 1,200. How do we design? So, we'll just go back to stress strain diagram. So, let's just draw the stress diagram. So, anyways, um, from the discussion of the analysis. So, kung paano natin dinawin ito, same pa rin to class ng bearing. Okay, so, first we assume that the depth of compression block is less than P. And of course, yun din kasi, di ba pag nagde-design tayo, we always want it to yield. Okay, so, this is the depth of compression block, this is the compression force. Okay, so, the stress times the area. Depth of compression block times the base flange, which is 1, 2. Yung governing values times the value kanina, yung 1,200 millimeters. And then we have the tension, which is ASF1. Now, do you have to get the distance between these two forces? So that is B minus A over 2. And it will generate a nominal moment, and we multiply it to reduction factor. Diba pag nagde-design tayo, the given is MU. Now, as per NSCP, the capacity is greater than or equal to the moment of the ultimate moment. For the design, we just equate this. Equal na lang sila. So, ano ba natin kinukuha? Yung capacity nito. It's either tension or compression. So, ang goal natin dito kasi to get the AS. So, therefore, wala ka pang AS. Do not use tension in calculating the moment. So, ano gagamitin mo? Compression. Compression. Here, may moment ka, which is your MU. Take mo dyan. So, compression, so 0.85 FC prime A times B flange. And then the distance between the two forces. So, the distance between the two forces, this is B. This compression ay nasa gitna ng A, B minus A over 2. So, first, you have to get the value of A. So, pag nakuha yung A, kuha si AS kasi C is and P are equal. But hindi lang ganun yung class, no? Pag nakuha sa A, no? If your A is less than P, if your assumption is correct. However, okay, class, if A is not, if A is not less than P, pag na-greater than siya class, ano yung ginawa natin? Stress diagram. This is stress diagram, no? So, you have the tension and compression forces. So, ano yung ginawa natin? Stress diagram. We have to increase the depth of compression block. Increase natin ito, guys. And then recalculate the moment. Okay? So, let's try kung kakayanin ba nito, no? Moment is equal to reduction factor So we multiply the force times the distance and we equate this to given moment, factored moment of 1,300 because this is the capacity must be equal lang dapat yung sa moment. Now, since we are designing, of course, we want it to be in tension controlled section. That's why the reduction factor must be 0.9 so that it will be in tension controlled section. Okay? So, checking the value of the A dito, 1,300 times 10 raised to 6 times the reduction factor for tension control section, 3.85 FC times 28. A is unknown, base plunge, 549 minus A. With that, you can now get the value of A. The value of A is 101.508 millimeters. And that is speed. Siguro, i-assume dito, A is less than. So, mali ang ating assumption. Okay? So, what's next? So, assumption is wrong dito, class. So, what next? We add to A3 yung depth of compression block. Hanggang dito na ko, yung nagiging compression block. Okay, somewhere here. Just like analysis na if the assumption is incorrect. Pero dito class may moment na, so we equate. Instead na mag-start ka sa C is equal to T, mag-start ka sa moment. Okay? Then, yung dulo natin dito yung C is equal to T. Kasi tsaka lang natin makukuha yung FAS. So, we assume, no, this is compression. We assume that A is greater than T. So, just like what we did on the part of this big lecture, we divide the compression block into two areas. Okay, so that we have two compression forces. So, una, kunin mo yung centroid na to, ibigay yung unang compression force natin. So, yes. So, the stress, compression force times the area. Next, dito naman, kunin mo yung centroid niyan. Okay, yung height niyan class is A minus T. Paano? Diba, ito ay A, depth of compression block. So, ito ay A minus T. So, kunin din natin yung centroid yung class. So, we have the stress times the area. So ngayon, since we need the moment, yun, hindi mo pwedeng i-moment yung T. Unang-una, hindi mo alam yung centroid ng compression. Pangalawa, wala kang AF. So, wala ka ring A. So, dalawa yung unknown. Maganda, yung compression. Pag design class, no? Yung compression yung i-moment natin. Okay? So, alamin natin yung centroid. Paano natin i-moment yan kung wala tayong distance ng mga forces. Unahin na muna natin sa class. So, ito. Alam natin yung centroid yan. Sa gitna ng T. How do we calculate this distance? Going to the centroid of the rebar. What will be its distance? From D, we have the D. Okay? So, D minus T over 2. Okay? Next, what will be its distance? Okay? So, that will be D. Alin ka dito class na? Ganun sa taas. Bawasan ng T. Bawasan ng kalahati ng A minus. Okay? So, yung distance na magiging dito. Now, to calculate the moment, dalawa yung dyan, moment na ginagawa ng C1 and moment na ginagawa ng C2. So, ito yung class, no? Nalagyan na rin natin ng reduction factor and we assume this is yielding and we want it to be in tension control section so that the reduction factor will be 0.9. Okay. So, let's solve. Again, no, this is compression 1 and this is compression 2. That is equal to moment capacity. We will equate it to the given factored moment, 1,300 kilonewton meter. Okay, so, ayan, reduction factor. 0.9. Substitute natin, 0.85 at 2 times, thickness ng plank or slab, base plank, 1, 2. D, let's do that, 549 minus T over 2. Dito naman, sa pangalawa, medyo mahaba siya, class. Pero ito may value to, Pwede mo nang i-simplify to. May value naman ito. Okay, simplify mo na siya. O yung moment na binibigay nito. Kasi alam mo yung distance nito eh. Given yung distance niya. So may moment ka naman. Ang wala ka na lang class ito. Hindi mo masisimplify. Ito dahil may unknown pa dyan na A. Ito yung class, no? Ito yung compression. Kasi may A dyan eh. Okay, kasi yung distance yung may A din dito. 0.85 at 2 times A minus T. Press times the area. Okay? Area, A minus T times B, double. Ito yung area nito. A times B minus T. And B minus T. And then minus kalahati ng B minus T. So, again, medyo mahaba siya i-type. So, ang technique, solve mo muna sa class. Then, tsaka mo ito, solve si A. So, with that, masasolve mo si A. And it should be greater than T kasi mali yung assumption natin kanina. So, the answer is yes, greater than T siya. 106.061 millimeters. So, assumption is correct. Meron ka ng A. Okay, which is kailangan mo dito. Pwede mo nang alamin si A. So, pag nag-P equal to 2 ka, dalawa yung P1 mo plus P2 is equal to AS. So, AS Y, no? AS Y. Okay, now, but before you proceed, di ba last time, nung design natin ng SRB, kasi meron tayong limit of reinforcement to check the roaming, kasi dito hindi na tayo nag-roaming, pero may AS din tayo naman. Meron tayong ROMAC. Yung ROMAC, if you can recall, is T over 7, 0.85, that's T prime beta over Fy, dt over d. So, saan galing tong T over 7? Galing siya sa string. Now, we're going to redraw the string diagram. Galing siya sa string para na hindi mag-exceed sa 0.004. Yung string. So, ito yung minimum string natin. Kasi pag lumiit pa yung string dyan, class, hindi na ina-allow ni code. That is the minimum string. Okay? Which is equivalent to maximum string ratio. You can recall, no, yung derivation natin dito from the analysis of SID. Now, we want to check it kasi baka naman yung dinidesign pala natin is DRB na. We want to check it if this is SRB or DRB. So, what are the other ways to check if it is SRB or DRB? So, i-check ko pa ba yung row na, okay? Take note guys, this derivation ng row was derived from the rectangular beam. Hindi siya applicable for irregular section. Kasi hindi naman na rectangular to eh. Dinerive natin tong ROMA for irregular section. Hindi siya applicable. Okay? Derive yan. So, saan tayo pupunta? Balik tayo dun sa string diagram. Kung i-minimize natin to, 0.064, ano kaya mangyayari doon sa C? Magkakaroon din ng limit C. Minimum to. Hindi na siya pwedeng lumiit. Pag lumiit pa siya ng lumiit yung C, lumiit to. Pag lumiit pa ng lumiit yung string, nangyayari, maliit yung string. So, pag ginawin natin yung string diagram, tapos maliit to dito, ano nangyayari sa C? Lalaki yung C. Okay. So, maliit na string, malaking C. Pag mas mababa pa tayo dyan sa value ng 0.004, lumalaki na lumalaki si C. And hindi ina-allowed ni code yun, yung relationship. We just want to derive. So, instead of using ROMAC na na-derive sa EP, yung C yung gamitin natin for comparison for DRD or SID ba yung gamitin natin. Yung C yung gagamitin natin. So from the strain of 0.004, let me just draw the strain diagram. The strain of 0.004. Take note, this is EP. So dapat ito ay DP. Okay, EP yan. So what will be the C? Ito 0.002. So papangalanan natin itong maximum C. Kasi kapag lumiit yung EP na hindi ina-allow ni code, lalo siyang lumalaki yung C. Diba? Pag lumiit to, lalaki ito. Yung C. So baliktad, no? So yung maximum C. So hindi pwedeng lumampas yung actual C natin doon sa Cmax. Pag lumampas siya, DRD na. Okay? Pag sinasuggest na, i-DRD na natin to. Okay. So let's solve this Cmax from ratio and proportion. So this is DT, no? And this is your C. So ratio and proportion, so we have Cmax over right over 0.002. These proportions are fast, right? Ito na lang. Itong malaking triangle. If you're going to check this is the right dt over 0.004 plus 0.003. So therefore, Cmax is what? Cmax is equal to 0.002 over 0.004 plus 0.003. Ano answer doon? 0.003. At may dito ka dito. So that is 3 over 7 lang pala class. Okay. So, we have 3 over, so Cmax is equal to 3 over 7 dito. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-exceed dyan. Pag nag-exceed ka sa C na value, so the Cmax, you have to solve, you have to um, design it as DI. Okay? So, ngayon, solve natin yung C natin. So, C, A over the beta. Beta naman natin dito kasi 0.85 na kasi yung subsequent. So, A over beta, 124 ang ating C. So, compare natin siya sa Cmax. 3 over 7 ang dt. So, let's compare it. So, 3 over 7 ng dt. Anong magiging sagot natin dyan? 235. Nag-exceed ba siya dito? Hindi. So, SR dito. Pag nag-exceed, DRD. Okay, so mag-DRD tayo. Okay, solve AS. Okay na. SRB na to class. Solve na natin AS. Actually, you can proceed here. Kung ayaw mo na mag-check ng SRB or DRB. Pwede mo nang i-skip to. But you have to make sure, no? Baka si DRB talaga to. So, you just equate P and equal to P. Ayan. P1 and P2. Dalawa kasi yan. P1 natin ito. Dahil may value kaya, may value to class eh. Kahit, actually, kahit di ka pa nag-try, kaya mo na di ka pa nag-store dito. May value ka na yun. Kasi this is the total force on this entire flange. Parang hindi na mahaba yung type mo. Ito class. Ito yung naka-base sa A. Equal to ASFY, yield to, no? SRB, automatic mag-yield to. Kasi nasa tension control section mo, di ba? Okay. So, ayan. Solve natin yung AS, substitute na to. This one. May 8 ka na. Okay, this one. And then you can solve the value. So, medyo mahaba nga lang class, but I suggest, ito, this one. You solve this first. Pero mas mabilis naman siguro to compared din sa analysis na sobrang haba nito. Substitute. Parang ito yung sinubstitute natin sa analysis. Yung dulo natin part, yung moment. So, ito class, dulong part natin, ito, C is equal to P. So, baliktad siya. Kasi AS yung gusto natin makuha dito. Okay, so, ano yung AS? So, for the AS, again, from C is equal to P lang siya. Makuha mo yun. Yeah. So, now, let's compute the minimum still area. Okay, so the minimum still area, again, so for this one, we're not going to solve the roaming. eh, hindi naman still ratio yung nakuha natin dito initially, A, di ba? Tapos we get the area. So, compare na lang siya, na lang natin siya sa minimum skill area. You don't need to compare this to AS Max kasi you just need that for you to identify if it is singly or doubly. Since kanina nalaman mo na nga siya na singly from C, no need to do that for AS Max. Kasi AS Max was just derived from 80 na 0.004. Ito, dinerive din natin from 0.004. So, minimum na lang ang kailangan natin. So, from the NCP, di ba, we have two formula for minimum skill area, 0.25 times ito in our surface. Right? FC prime over Fy. Pero di ba, nag-govern lang ito kapag yung FC prime mo is more than 32 megapascal. Okay. So, ito na lang gamitin natin for this calculation. So, the minimum skill area, BW, beam web, okay, read, and then the effective depth. So, let's substitute. So 1.4 over 20 BW times effective depth 5.9. Okay, then the AS minimum is 5.9. Let's compare this here. You can see, of course, this is larger. We have to select here the larger value. Okay, so this one governs. We are now using that to calculate the number of bars. To calculate the number of bars, we have AS, area of bar times the area of individual bar. Okay, AS over area of the individual bar. We are using type 32 millimeter diameter of bars. AS over the individual bar. The answer here is 8.5. Rounded to, of course, round up lagi tayo. 96. Okay, so that is your final answer. Okay, so that's it, no? So, that is just how you design SRB. No? From P equals to P, galing lang dito lahat yung sa concept na to. You have to solve the A. First, solve the A. Yung A mo na, i-moment mo muna to. Then yung capacity, take mo din sa given factor moment. So, kung ay A, check kung SID or DRP, then pwede ka na mag-P equal to P after confirming ASFY with the AS, then kunin na yung minimum area just to make sure na yung AS mo is greater than the minimum. Baka kasi sobrang liit ng moment, sobrang liit kasi ng moment kasi nagbibigay siya ng sobrang liit ng P. Okay? So, yeah, that's it no, for the design and analysis of 3D. Thank you for watching.